Hello, how are you? Today's kind of a special occasion. I'm celebrating this week. It's been 1 year since I've been doing Bikram yoga. And I wanted to share this story with you because maybe it's something that would be of interest to you in your own life. I stumbled upon it. It was just very serendipitous almost. I had left a job I was in for many years, and I was just trying to pass the time, and on my Groupon app across my phone, there was this thing for 10 sessions of yoga for $39. And I thought, well, what the heck? I've never done it, but I'll give it a try. So I stumbled in there, and it was quite the experience. You'll have to do your own research. It's the hot yoga. It's 90 minutes. There are no candles. There's no pretty music. That's other types of yoga. But anyway, it was a very interesting time. This has been a very interesting year in my life, and a lot of changes. This has probably been the hardest year of my life. Not in terms, of course, of work, because my husband said about a year ago when I was, burned out from the job and just ready for a change, you can do anything you want to do. What do you want to do? And the weird thing is, I've been in sales, outside sales and team building and, marketing for 20 plus years. And usually when you think of tying a vocation to your identity, that happens more with men than with women. But it was kind of a factor for me too, maybe more than I realized. And so I started doing this yoga just to mix things up a bit, kind of fill in the gap of my day. And it has been such a wonderful opportunity to become more grounded and reconnect and reevaluate things in my life a little bit. It's been a hard year. I've lost friends to every imaginable reason and means. Passing away, death, and friendships that have fallen, and circumstances that have caused friends, to maybe drift a little bit. And it's been hard. It's been very hard. But with doing this type of yoga, I'll come back to that, because it has helped me, and it has brought a whole new dimension to my life that didn't exist before. And I've always been one to exercise, and I've always embraced health and activity and, general wellness. But it was always something more fast-paced, and I was rushed, and I did a lot of cardio, and, boom, you're in, you're punching it, you're knocking it out, and you're gone. And this is different. You have to be present. You have to let go of everything, basically, and just be in that moment in time, in that place. And I am so grateful for that, because it has been an absolute saving grace for me during this past year. And I've learned a lot. Yes, there are certainly physical benefits. And yes, I'm a little Miss Gumby and Miss Bendy Stretchy. But that's secondary. That really is not the objective. And it never was going in. When I first went in, it was just to pass the time. And I thought, what the heck? No harm, no foul. But I guess I needed it a lot more than I realized I did. And I am very, very grateful for this. And when I first started, my husband said, oh, you probably won't stick with it. It's just something that you're into right now. And it's, a phase or a fad, like, I don't know, like wearing tie-dye or whatever. I don't know. And I don't think so. I think that it's become part of me. And I think I've changed this past year. And I've grown a lot this last year, and I have cried a lot. And you probably think, oh, poor you, whatever, cry me a river. You have this, idyllic life, and you can do whatever you want. And yeah, that's true. But I was in the groove in my life. Even once I got married and had my son, I still continued to work. And I didn't realize how much of my identity was tied up in what I did. oh, hi, I'm Julie. Yeah, this is what I do, blah, blah, blah. And we do that, oh, hi, it's nice to meet you. Oh, so what do you do? And all of a sudden, the answer was, I have no idea, and I encourage you, if you ever have an opportunity to do that, to take some time and answer that question, but to be able to do so on a deeper level, to be willing to explore that and to figure it out. Because, you get to a certain stage in your life and you've got all the answers and this is who you are and this is what you do and you're a wife and you're a mother and this is where you work and this is your vocation and this is your professional experience. Oh, okay. But that's not the question. That's not what I asked you. I said, who are you? I don't know. I have no idea. But spending that time in yoga, that will enable you to ask that question, to pose that question to yourself. And if you already have the answers, great. Then it will just solidify them and it will reinforce what you already know about yourself. But, you think that you are just, on autopilot, meandering down this path in this basically narrow and somewhat straight path. I mean, maybe it shifts a little bit to the left and to the right, but basically you're on a particular course and you assume you always will be. And you think you have it all figured out, but you don't. And, that's what this yoga has been for me. I was always hurried and there was always an answer. I could always fill in the blank very easily. And this is the first time in my life that I don't always have the answers. And I'm more willing to feel things maybe on a deeper level than I have maybe in my entire life. I don't know. But I'm very, very thankful for it. And yes, it's, it will enhance you physically. Yes, you will be able to stretch more. Yes, it will improve your breathing, your cholesterol, your spine, your joints, your disposition, your posture, your all of those things. But really, it's so much more than that. And you think that your life is full or full enough or as full as it can be. And I will tell you that when you open your mind a little bit and your heart, there is space for more. There is space for more gratitude, more personal growth, more physical growth and development, sure. But the end of your story has not been written yet. And whatever you think it is, I would ask you to take a closer look at that and be a little open-minded and just consider. And if you have an opportunity to do any kind of yoga, I would say do that exercise and, physical enhancement in general, I'm a fan of. If it's walking your dog, if it's lifting your laundry basket 10 times before you put it down and put your clothes away. Okay, great, do that. Walk further away from the entrance of the department store, the grocery store. Okay, great, you got your extra steps in, good for you. Spend time every day being grateful for your life, being grateful for the people in your life. Meditate and pray every single day. And when you don't have all of the answers, just surrender. That was really hard for me because I always had it under control. And when I was younger, I had to have it under control. I was supporting myself for many years. I got married much later in life. And I didn't get married till I was almost 40 years old. So, I had this whole life and had to be on top of things and did not have the luxury to stop and think about things. I just, you had to react and to do and to move and to be. And it, I find that in my life now, just the opposite has occurred. And now that is easier and more familiar, going to that place of, making your checklist and putting it in overdrive. And it's like, what are you, Santa's elf? I mean, just stop for a second and be more mindful And that was a concept that was completely elusive. I didn't understand that. I thought I did, but I really did not. And, you know, and it's a work in progress. And I am grateful. I am grateful every day. And I am grateful for the heartache this past year. Do I want to stay in that place of sadness? No. But it's all part of life, and you have to experience that too, and to be willing to feel whatever it is that you feel, and to not just, you know, move beyond it, but be in movement through it. And it's very rewarding, and it will change your life. And if it is that you pray, or that you go to church or to temple, or whatever your faith system is, you know, stay with that. You know, have that as your anchor. I've always believed in God. I've always had faith. I still have faith. I still believe in the promise of eternal life. I will tell you that I have shifted in some of my the way I viewed things, and the way I viewed people, and the way I was more absolute about it. And I knew what the right way to be was, and I was more judgmental about things. And now I'm just trying to do the best that I can do. And if people will cut me a little slack, then the least I can do is pay it forward and then some. And even if somebody's more judgmental toward me, that's okay too. That is their journey, and it's all good. And I didn't understand that before. It was like, how dare you? You're going to treat me this way, I'm going to treat you that way. Well, it's not always tit for tat. And so that's kind of my my yoga and my Bikram journey and this past year. And I am glad this past 12 months has passed, especially the last 6. It has been brutal. But it's all good now. It's all going to be better. So just had to release. Yeah, and it's gone. So, but check your Groupon ad. Give Bikram a try. You will be amazed by the most beautiful people that will come into your life. You will be open-minded and of open heart. And gosh, I mean, I think about, even in this past year, desires I didn't even know existed are there. And I think, what the heck? You know, where did that come from? Maybe. But just life happens, and you have to roll with it, and don't wear it on your face. You can't control everything by the grimace on your face. You know, and even in class, they talk about that. You know, you can't do the postures with your face. So by you know, tensing up and just white knuckling your way through it, yeah, that's not going to get the job done. So that's it. That's my namaste story. And I am grateful for this time, for the people that are in my life. I miss those that are not there for one reason or another, and I honor the time we had together. And when the time is right, you know, one or two in particular, if they are back in my life again, then it's not time to chastise and shame on you for being gone. You know, everybody has their own journey, and it's not ours to judge it, but to respect that and to honor it. And when people come home, open the door. Just let them come back in. Greet your life and others from a place of love. Always lead with love. Not every moment of every day, that's not easy. You cut me off in traffic. You didn't hold the door for me going into the movie theater. Let it go. Just be mindful and hold the door for the next person. Let the next person go out in traffic. It's not, I don't know. It's not even as much about them. It's just something that we do, and it connects all of us in the best possible way. So that's that. It was a long one today, but thank you for letting me share, and get to a studio. Bye. Be well. Be happy. Be of good cheer. Be grateful. Bye. I love you.